Right, this is a random start of the video. This is still unboxed, right? And I've had this now for nearly 2 months, still totally sealed. Separate video has to go on the way. It's got so many characters in this. But yeah, completely separate video. It's a Ghostbusters 2 board game. That's ridiculously heavy. Anyway. Okay, before my rant starts about Ghostbusters 2, I haven't got the steelbook. It's a River of Slime. There it is, the steelbook. It's the only way you can get it on its own in the UK. You can pick up Ghostbusters 1 and 2 as a double pack. You can pick up Ghostbusters on its own still. This is the limited edition one. I think it's by Jock, I think. I love it. And they did the whole series of this. They did Ghostbusters 1, which I didn't have in the last video. Outtake of that. And Ghostbusters 3, which I'll get... Oh, wait a minute. Ghostbusters Answer the Call, as Ghostbusters 3 was announced the day between these two filmings. So yeah, anyway. Thanks very much to Transform Your Images, the people who did the new Steven picture. Because I watched Ghostbusters 2 the other night and it's fucking terrified me as a kid. And they actually made this for us. I can still hear eruptions outside. Yeah. Hell on. This is Vigo. There we go. This room is turned into the Narnia cave. We did an amazing job of that. It's on canvas print. They're like, how big do you want it? It's not going to go very big. So it just needs to be small, because I don't know where he's going to go. I don't know where he's going to go for this video. I might actually need him for this rant. Are you going to say? First off, Ghostbusters 2 looked amazing on Blu-ray. Especially when the slime comes out the concrete, that looked amazing. And when that picture, and it comes into the green screen, and he goes, I'm Vigo, boss of the Bastia, boss of the blah. He goes, I live on the skull and blowing that big speech. Looks amazing on Blu-ray. It's like, wow, look at that. Set 5 years after, straight into it, just goes boom. Like 5 years later, doesn't hang around. Shows you that the Ghostbusters are jobbing around, and it's Ivan Reitman's son who is directing the new Ghostbusters 3. My dad says you're full of shit. It was that one, you know, when they all go, we want He-Man, He-Man. I don't actually know He-Man pop time, but Skeletor. Yeah, He-Man. we want Skeletor. I would have Skeletor at my birthday party, not He-Man. Anyway, this film, it's a different beat to the first one. And it really dragged on a little bit at the start, showing you where everyone is now. It's great to see all the cast back. It's very dark and scary. The guy who plays Vigo's partner, I need to put a bit of red on here. The bit where he comes out, where his eyes, I'm trying not to move, them eyes, I get rid of them eyes, wow. Terrifying. He's a very terrifying person. So anyway, the story is simple. A painting comes out of storage, and a lot of hate going on in New York City, and everyone's like, oh, New York City, and everyone's getting angry, and the anger manifests into physical slime, and all the old banging outside, all the old river of slime starts to happen, and it has an impact on everyone. So basically, the Ghostbusters are out of business after the events of the first one, sued off every company because of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Mother puss bucket. And, you know, they're basically doing birthday parties, Peter Venkman's on World of the Psyche, with Kevin Pollock's in there as well. I predict the world will end. Sam Witwity's dad's in there. Even the mayor's back, and basically everything's going downhill for the Ghostbusters until Dana, who's basically returned from Sigourney Weaver, her and Venkman have broken up, and she's went on to have speculated a baby with the guy from the first one, around about the fountain. And basically Oscar, one of the twins, is basically the boogie fox off, and it's like, ooh, crazy shit going down there. And the Ghostbusters come around to investigate, which is pretty good. I like it how it works, you know, the reunion. I like how Ray's got his cult book shop, the testing as well. You know, everyone seems to be in on it. Doesn't really tell you what Ernie Hudson's been doing. Doesn't give him a bit of a backstory. He just helping out. So basically, they get back in business quite quickly after the Scaleri brothers make an appearance. and trash the courtroom, which is quite good. And then it's all back on to take on Vigo the Painting, you know, who basically wants to absorb a child and be reborn again. And you know, it's very dark. The painting's very dark. The special effects, what they use with the painting's very dark. The bit in the picture room, it's very dark. It's very creepy. It is not a kids' movie. Now, with steelbooks, because I took all the stuff away, it doesn't have an age rating on it. So just got Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2. I really hated that. I mean, the thing is, they brought it back the from 2 up there. But yeah, Ghostbusters 2, which I'll have on VHS somewhere. PG. For a PG film, it's terrifying. I think the cast really nailed it. It's well directed. It does look like the original. It's not too far away from the original. The only thing I would really criticise it now is the ending with the Statue of Liberty. It's like, okay, we had that in the first one. Stop animation. Yes, it's completely outlandish. It's well done, in fact. But you know what I mean, the Statue of Liberty comes and goes across. I mean, the visuals of it going across and walking around. But we got that with Dave Pushmarsh. We didn't really need that kind of ending. We should have had something a little bit different. Across the streams in the painting again. Baby saves the day. Face going on to the baby's face. His face, creepy as fuck. I love that. I love how this painting plays in the video game as well. It's a really good job of that. They do some amazing work at that place. But yeah, stay there, Beagle. It does have some laugh out loud moments, but I don't think the comedy is there as much as the first one. I watched it again with Brit. She did laugh out loud quite a bit at some bit. The river effect of slime, I think that looks fucking amazing, that. And when they jump in, they do just disappear, which is a product of the time, but it looks amazing. The colour looks amazing. I'm glad that's what's on the steelbook. It's great to see Slimer back as a cameo, as much of other ghosts running around as well. It's great as well in Peter's apartment, which his apartment looks amazing. How it's like, it's almost like a defined office building. When you look in the background, and all the news articles that they had in the montage in the first one are actually framed on the wall. Little subtle things like that. It's pretty cool. The firehouse is back. The number 2, and like watching them back when they have the montage and all that. Like as a kid, I didn't remember them having dark suits, which, you know, I was like, oh, they've got black suits on and stuff like that. Then they've got the new oozing guns, the Slimer guns, and you know, it's a product of the time. But to me, it's the reason why there was never a third one so quickly, because although it was great to see the cast in that, and he was a very menacing story, I think the ending, to me, just goes, right, do we really need another Ghostbuster film? They could have went in a different direction without the Statue of Liberty. You know what I mean? Because it's just horror, you know. But how much can you stretch? I mean, you're still talking about the era when there was no 12. You either had a PG or a 15. Cartoons out by this point, you know what I mean? You've got the Ghostbusters cartoon kicking off. All the kids want to see the Ghostbusters. And it's still creepy as shit. But it seems that, I mean, there was no smoking. I don't think there was any shit bombs in this one. There was definitely no references to ghosts sucking off anybody, you know, with the belt coming off and all that. I don't have my belt on. How good's that? But yeah. But in this board game for Ghostbusters 2, we do get 100mm tall Statue of Liberty and a Washington Square ghost. So, wonder what the Washington Square ghost was. You get the Scoleri brothers in it, that's mint. Vigo's in it. Granny Gross, Male Fraud, Ex-Cop, Mega Plaza, Proton Pack Winston. So you get the Ghostbusters in there as well. Get a map of New York City. Ghost traps and stuff like that. But yeah, Statue of Liberty. Again, I think it's a great film. It's terrifying. I just think the ending falls off, and I think it's one of the main reasons why it took so long to get Answer the Call. But once again, I highly recommend the game if you've never played the game, because the game is like a third movie. I hope they bring a lot of elements from that into it. And there's one thing I just finish off this rant. When I seen concept art for the game, there was this bit where the shark was flying around New York City and all that. That was pretty cool, like. But I also, again, you want to talk about this ending, yeah, Stay Push, Empire State Building. We've got the logo in the third one, or the Answer the Calls, whatever that falls into, Trash in the City. So all three films have the very same climax ending. Big thing destroys New York. You know, alright, fair enough, Godzilla or King Kong. You know, we've seen that before in them three films. You know, Ghostbusters don't have to fight something epically big. It could just be epically terrifying. But yeah, this review, Rant Random, is run out of steam. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Here's an outtake before the other outtake. Okay, so I don't have to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Just filmed the Burbs rant as well. So if you want to check out the Burbs and the Ghostbusters. And a picture fell from somewhere. And I put it on there and I just picked it up. Dun dun dun! It was there all the time in the middle of the Ghostbusters video. If you watch it, I stop and pick this up, and I am actually wearing a bit of light. Can you see it? Can you see it? I'm wearing a real Ghostbusters jumper. Yes, that's me. This light is turned into a rave. Hang on. No need for rave. There. That's me. That's Alex, Brian, Janice. That's my dad. So that was a very long time ago for my dad to be in a bloody picture. But yeah, real Ghostbusters. I'm 6-year-old. I've got a 6 badge on. I'm 36 now. That picture was 30 years ago exactly. That is fucking terrifying. It's more terrifying than fucking his eyes coming out like the fucking wall, like down the fucking corridor. But yeah, I'm Stephen Mason. I don't need to say that. There's another outtake. Here's the outtake. So the Ghostbusters 1 is just the 3 Ghostbusters and meeting the library ghost. Again, it's a lovely steelbook. Falls out with all the library cases and all that. Love it a bit. I'm just really disappointed in these designs inside. These are very early on. And Answer the Call, which I'll showcase in the next video, basically became a Savvy exclusive as well. So yeah, thanks for watching.